Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. It's broadly accepted by, I think, actually literally all of the analysts that I follow that the euphoric blow-off top for this cycle is right ahead of us. So, of course, now that it's proven XRP absolutely is participating with this market cycle, as evidenced by the fact that since Election Day, when things really started getting hot, XRP has been among the very top performers. The question then is, well, two questions. How high will the price of XRP fly? Where's it going to peak this cycle? And when's it going to happen? So we'll talk about both of those things, but I'll tell you at the outset here, there's very broad expectation that this market's going to resume moving to the upside very, very, very soon. And in fact, one of the analysts that I follow specifically cited his expectation that XRP will be hitting a new all-time high in the month of January, which is not crazy given that we're in a bull run. But before going further, I do want to be clear, I do not have a financial background of any kind. I am not offering financial advice, and you definitely should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. I'm just an enthusiast who enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related topics, but just as a hobby and just for fun. Now here's a post from chart analyst Mustache, and I thought I'd start the video off by sharing with you perspective and a commentary from a couple analysts and what their kind of mindset is when it comes to this stuff, because you know, some people are already feeling beat up with the sideways price action we've been experiencing with XRP the last few weeks, which I mean, no offense to anybody, it's laughable to me. Like, as somebody that's been holding XRP without ever selling for literally over 7 years now. Oh, I'm sorry, the window of 3 weeks is being rough on you. Oh, window baby, you know. But that is how the typical living retail speculators feel about this stuff. And it's not just with XRP. You know, there's been some volatility that even with Bitcoin that's scaring some people here, right? But here's chart analyst Mustache with his 148,000 followers. This is not his first rodeo. And so he wrote the following this morning. Hashtag altcoins. I've given you so much alpha over the last few years. Over the next few months, you'll see why I've been doing this all along. Prepare yourself for the biggest alt season in at least 4 years. Bitcoin dominance is about to collapse completely. Right. So as I've been highlighting a lot lately, Bitcoin dominance, it actually is trending downwards. It looks like it has broken to the downside. Many analysts have been highlighting that. That is a key thing that happens, you know, right when every major alt season starts. So it's exciting to see that. But, you know, these analysts that I follow, they don't just at any given point of the year say these next few months that's when the life-changing stuff happens. You'll see why. No. He's saying it specifically here because this is the part where it makes sense to say this, right? Charting guy agrees, obviously. Look what he wrote. They're trying to shake you out before the best quarter for altcoins. Q1 after halving year equals alt season ramps up. But I don't know, I'm just a guy who follows the cycles in the charts. Maybe you should listen to the people who only follow headlines and have been wrong for 2 years. Yeah, I'm not big on narratives. It just, even though I'm not a chart guy myself and I don't want to be because it bores me to tears, I like being a hodler. I'm very happy living in my own little lane, my hodler lane. But what he's saying here, I get why he's saying it. Yeah, he's a guy that follows cycles and charts, stays away from all the nonsense, the stupid-ass narratives, keeps emotions in check. And he's just recognizing that all indicators point to, including from a historical precedent, we're about to have the craziest euphoria part of the cycle. It is at hand. It's about to freaking go. Then there's also this post from chart analyst Dom. So you have, there's a few different lines here. The top one in purple here is Bitcoin dominance. Then you have the Bitcoin price, so Bitcoin against the United States dollar in the middle in pink. And then you have the others chart at the bottom in white. The others chart is all cryptocurrencies in existence except for the top 10 coins by market cap. And so here's what he wrote. Bitcoin dominance versus Bitcoin versus others. Expanding on the quoted seasonality analysis, exactly 4 years ago, the setup seemed very similar. Others right under all-time high, Bitcoin already put in first extension over all-time high, Bitcoin dominance shifting bearish. So, folks, the reason I'm highlighting this, and then we'll talk some XRP specific stuff in just a second here, is because history is rhyming with itself. This is what happened last time. This is what we should expect roughly to happen here, and it is. And XRP is behaving because it's not under assault from the SEC. Go figure. There's no little black cloud hanging over XRP anymore. It is unshackled, let's say. And so there was this post from chart analyst Bobby A just this evening, just a couple hours ago, and it was a repost of something I actually previously shared, but it's worth highlighting here again. On December 19th, I'll pull it up in just a second ago, or just a second from now, rather. But somebody wrote to him and said, hard to imagine that the moment is almost here. After years of excruciatingly waiting and a life-changing profit around the corner. Yeah, and so I've been thinking many things like that to myself, and I'm sure many of you out there listening, I've been thinking similar things because it is here, and I imagine when it's at that moment where I'm finally selling XRP for the life-changing wealth, I'm imagining it's going to feel rather surreal. It probably will for anybody that's here going through that, and so we'll go through it together. It's going to be a really exciting time here. But after all of the waiting, it's actually around the corner, if history is to rhyme with itself. And I think by a lot, that's the most probable outcome here. And then Bobby responded to that and said, the most beautiful part is this market has not caught on to what is coming yet. Yeah, so he's right, and that's still amazing to me. Like, so I will say some have, like some people have finally started paying more attention to XRP after that first major burst, but how many people were caught off guard by that? I wasn't. I'm sure the vast majority of you weren't. We were, if you were listening to this channel, like I was literally talking about this all year. I'm willing to bet that some of you probably got sick of it, but it was true. It was right. It happened. It unfolded, and here we are. And now I'm telling you, the next part, if history is to rhyme, it's also going to occur. Why would it not? And so anyway, the post from the, here's the one from the 18th. He was talking about take profit levels, and I actually highlighted this yesterday, so I'll just be super brief on this, but he does believe it's coming. This is what's imminent. This is coming January. And he's recommending the take profit levels be, it's just his opinion, based on where he thinks XRP is going, $5.31 up to $13.72. And so he then he reposted that, and this is the 19th, and he wrote, XRP's January monthly candlestick will take the asset into take profit levels, in my opinion. So my friends, he is absolutely calling for a new all-time high, specifically in January, and we are almost there. And so I don't know for sure if that's when it's going to happen, but much sooner than later. This is all going to unfold within the next several months, for the entire asset class, more or less anyway. So the idea of XRP popping off that soon, yeah, does not sound crazy to me. Especially if that's not the final burst. Like, say it does get up to that range, and then it trades sideways for several months or whatever, and then it has its final move to the upside. That would look a lot like previous cycles, because you usually have a big burst, even if there's like a slight lull like we've had these last few weeks, but then moves to the upside, consolidates for many months. That happened last cycle and the cycle before that, and then a major burst at the end. I mean, if it's going to rhyme with itself, yeah, that could happen. There's also this post from chart analyst Dark Defender, and he said, XRP mimics the correction structure similar to a 4-hour time frame. If true, the correction will be completed within plus or minus 10 days on the daily structure. And so yet another analyst here tracking XRP, he's one of the many analysts I follow who called this break for XRP accurately. And he's saying that the bull flag that's highlighted here, it's targeting $8.67 first. And he thinks, by the way, just be clear, I followed him long enough to know he doesn't think that's where XRP peaks. He's talking for the next major burst, $8.67. Not crazy at all. This happens in crypto. Here's a post from chart analyst Greg Crypto. And I'm going to jump down to the part where he's talking about like key targets here and dates specifically. And so it's an XRP USD chart on your screen here. And he said, by March 2025 or earlier, XRP is projected to reach the top of the end of the regression channel at approximately $6.40. This aligns with Fib 1.618, which is in green, for strong confluence. Potential overshoot. A breakout above the regression channel could push XRP to around $8.50. This corresponds with Fib 1.272, white, signaling extended bullish momentum. And then 3, the intermediate target here, $4.40 is an important milestone tied to Fib 1.414 in green. It says, however, I remain more bullish than just stopping at this level, expecting bigger moves ahead. And then there's the cycle blow-off top. Any target between Fib 1.414 and 1.618 in white would, in my view, represent the blow-off top of this cycle. And the blow-off top, the price-wise, he says $13 to $27. Not crazy, my friends. That absolutely could happen. Stuff like that happens in crypto all the damn time. So again, I will never make a price prediction. I fully admit I do not know. But what's exciting is this is safely in the realm of reality, at what could actually unfold based on historic price. Absolutely, it is. That's what's exciting about this. And it's not just that; it's at hand. It's about to occur. What a crazy time to be an XRP holder. It's just the most amazing thing. I continue to be unreasonably excited, and I feel no shame for that. The best is yet ahead, my friends. I'm not a financial advisor. You should not buy or sell anything because of anything I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the moon, Lambo.